Hey guys, what's going on? This is part 2 of Deathstroke helmet build. I had to cut it down to 2 parts because it was getting really long, and I didn't want to make a very long video. So yeah, hope you guys dig it.
Alright, so now that I got the helmet looking sick, I'm going to make it look even sicker by adding some more details. I'm putting this brow thing that I cut out on my laser cutter, and I've used it before on my previous Deathstroke helmets. I've also used it on my Red Hood 2.0. Right here I drew on some lines, which I'm going to burn in with my wood burner to add some extra detail. And you're probably thinking, say Sean, you're going way too far here. Deathstroke doesn't look like that. And I want to tell you, it's my cosplay. Bro. I even added a mohawk on Deathstroke because I thought Deathstroke needed mohawk. So now that I'm done with all the detailing stuff, I'm going to apply a couple coat of Mod Podge, and it's going to look like this guy. Once it's dry, I'm going to add some primer paint. It's not really primer, it's like gray paint. And then I'm going to use my airbrush, and I'm going to spray a couple coats of silver gunmetal-ish looking color, I guess. First coat was kind of runny, so I thickened it up, and then I put another coat of silver on there, and I used my hair dryer to accelerate the drying process. I even covered the other side, which looks like that. Now I'm going to throw on some copper tone paint, which I tried going for bronze, but I couldn't find bronze, so this was the closest I can get. Some of you cosplay Nazis right now is judging the hell out of me, saying Deathstroke doesn't really look like that. It's supposed to be orange and black, something like that. But I don't care. I don't make the rules. I just reinvent them. Now that I got all my faceplate done, I'm going to go ahead and paint the rest of the helmet black. I'm going to carefully paint the sides and the top, making sure that I don't get any black paint on the faceplate. And then I'm going to go back and do the eyelid thingies too. And then once I'm done doing my eyelashes, I'm going to go and put some paint in the lines here so that they'll stick out a little more. Now you're probably questioning my designs and all these little lines here, but trust me, it's going to look sick. And I'm not trying to make it look like other people's Deathstroke. I'm trying to make it stand out more. Let's take one last look at this Deathstroke helmet because you're not going to see it like this again unless you hit that replay button. I'm going to throw on some shadings, and it's going to make it look hella sick. As for the gray side of the faceplate, I'm going to go a little heavy on the shading because I want it to look a little bit darker than that gray. But I don't want to completely cover it. I just want it to have that contrast, which is starting to look really cool. Go and hit that like button if you're starting to dig what I'm cooking. Now as for the copper side, I'm not going to go too hard on the shading, but I do want to add some contrast to it. So I'm going to slightly go over the copper, but I'm going to hit the silver areas really dark because I want that part to be a little more concealed. I had to cut down the feed rate on the airbrush because it was starting to spit out too much black paint, and I just wanted to get a little bit, especially around the edges and the corners. And there you have it. I am just about done with all the shading. Now I'm going to add some weathering onto it, and I'm going to go from sick to sicker and sickest. I'm going to take some cheap chrome spray paint. I'm going to spray paint it on this rag, and I'm going to dry brush it on there. You want to be careful not to spray it on and then dab it because the paint will still be wet, and you're going to go too much with the weathering. So you want to make sure it's a little bit dry. That's why it's called dry brushing. And like I do all my weathering, I want to get all the edges because that's usually the spot that gets the most wear and tear. And I'm taking it easy, not trying to put on too much weathering because sometimes you can go overboard with it. As you can tell, I'm trying to hit all the areas that kind of bulges out a little bit because that's the spot that will normally get all these weathering spots, I guess. On my previous Deathstroke helmet, I painted one side orange and then the other side I painted black and then add some carbon fiber accents on it. But since this one is not going to have any carbon fiber, I'm going to go ahead and weather both sides, and it's going to look really, really cool. I even added weathering to that mohawk thingy that he had on top, but I didn't really weather too much on the rest of the helmet. I even questioned whether I should do it or not. But I went ahead and did some anyways because the worst thing that can happen is I have to go back and repaint over it with some $2 paint that I bought from Walmart. It wasn't even that hard to do. So let's have a look-see at where we're at so far. What do you think? You better hit that like button if you really dig it. Some of you guys are probably wondering Well, Deathstroke only has one eye. Why does your Deathstroke have two eyes? And that's because Deathstroke has healing powers. Kind of makes you wonder now why he hasn't been able to heal that eye. Well, some of y'all may be throwing a fit right now, so you know what? I'm going to go ahead and cover his eye with this fabric that I can see right through it. And some people have asked me, what kind of fabric do I use for my eyes? Well, you can use any fabric as long as you can see right through it. It doesn't matter what it is. So I'm using some contact cement to hold my fabric in place, and you want to make sure it's completely dried and well aired out before you try it on, because I tried it on while it was still wet and the helmet was very potent and gave me a headache, especially when the contact cement was directly above my eye. Well, here it is, y'all, the final product of my Justice League Deathstroke. I'm gonna call it Deathstroke 2.0.
Hey guys, I hope you guys dig the painting process, and here it is. Yeah, what do y'all think? Y'all let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button. Follow me on Instagram, my Facebook. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel for more awesome cool tutorials, because I got more cool stuff coming. I'm gonna finish up Flash real soon, so y'all don't want to miss that. It's actually reverse Flash since I already finished Flash, but yeah, I'll be working on Batman too, so I know you guys are looking forward to that. Alright, well, I'll see you guys later.